Yeah. Now I want to get to the folks that are listening, okay? The fact is, what that last meeting talks about is that they were all preaching one message. And Paul says it was that Jesus died for our sins, he was buried, he rose again, he appeared to this whole group of people, okay? And the fact is, they all vouched for that. And they said, that's it. And then the fact is, you've got a great illustration for folks to understand how important it was. I call it the Kroger illustration, okay?
Right.
Explain how that fits with the resurrection story.
It's very practical. I go back to my skeptical days, and I would say, all right. So you got some facts here. And maybe your facts are better than secular history, Alexander and company. Maybe they're better than some of the world religions that their sources are much later. And you're closer and you got checks and balances. This is great. But come on, are you telling me that if you were at your best friend's funeral and 3 days later, you're going through the steps, you're forlorn, you feel badly, you're going to miss this guy, and you stop into the food store to get a loaf of bread? Are you telling me that if you saw your best friend, that you watched that casket go down in the ground, you're just going to go up and say, oh, Bill, good to see you again? And it seems too easy. It seems like something else is going on here. Well, here's the way I kind of developed that story a little bit. What if you're walking down the aisle of the grocery store and you see Bill and you go, Bill, do you have a twin brother or something? We put you in the ground the other day, man. This is incredible. Look at me. Wow, you still have that little scar on your cheek, and you're thinking about this, and you pat him on the back. You got to feel right. Let me get that handshake. You got to get this, and you walk away thinking. But you go a couple rows over, and now one other friend or two of yours are there, and they see Bill. Now you're getting more evidence that Bill's standing there. And to make things more intriguing, you see one of the workers at the grocery store come down and mopping. Well, that's because somebody here has mud on their feet. And you look, and it's Bill, the one we buried. You go, what's that got to do with this story? Well, I mean, it's only a story. If the Shroud of Turin is the burial ground of Jesus, the man buried in the shroud has dirt on his feet. This thing hasn't been out of Western Europe in centuries. But that dirt was chemically analyzed, and it's dirt from the Jerusalem. It's limestone, in a peer-reviewed secular chemical journal, is dirt from Jerusalem. Oh, no. Man, clean your shoes off before you come in here. But after a while, you're all patting each other in the back, and you're shaking hands, and you might think, I know it's super incredible, but incredible things happen in this world. And I'm telling you, it looks like Bill. But you don't see Bill again, let's say. But your friends may remember the day that you went in there for a loaf of bread. And I'm saying, the only point I'm trying to make is practical things could happen. The bread, the walking, the touching, the shaking hands, the mud on the feet. You could be convinced, this might go on one of those paranormal things on TV. But I can't explain it. But I saw him go down to the ground, and I saw him in Kroger. And the more it sinks in, now, if you can imagine, Bill is a guy who claimed to be the Son of God, so there's a religious message. It's just card-playing Bill, who we've all been together on Friday nights. But now, if this is the guy who claimed to be the Son of God, there's a message that goes with it, and you go, oh my goodness. What if what he said was true? Now, you're doing this later after he's gone. What if that's true? And could God have ordained him to be? And that's the story. I think that's kind of how it came to the disciples. They were unpacking it in those first few days.